Paris, France is the place to be for the 2024 Summer Olympic Games. Christian Hernandez here with Sports Video Group. Here with a fellow guest of the show at this point. I feel like I'm talking to you all the time at these major events. It's Eli Velazquez of Telemundo Deportes. Eli, what's going on, sir? How are you?
Well, first of all, I'm actually thrilled to see you yet again.
Yes.
Always happy when you come to visit us and showcase what we're trying to do here for the audiences back home. And look where we are.
I know.
I mean, you can't ask for more. So very enthusiastically here, the entire team ready to do and deliver the action as we always have.
Sure. Let's talk about especially studio programming, which we're at now, and kind of Telemundo Deportes' plans here in Paris. Let's start with, I guess you're in the host city, obviously. This is what everyone's seeing, but I guess the vibe here, it's different from Tokyo. It's different from even when you were back here in France for the 2019 Women's World Cup. Like, just talk about the excitement being back here, what kind of the overall plans are, and how you plan to cover this expansive games.
So, a magnificent city. Great to be back. Having done the Women's World Cup here in 2019 taught us a lot. Taught us a lot about the culture, about the city, how to operate effectively. And when you're covering an Olympic Games with so many disciplines in a city so beautiful and so well-traveled, the logistics are a little challenging, but this team came prepared based on the 19 experience to really make sure that we were covering every single angle of the city, the culture, and of course, the sports and the athletes, bringing home the best of the Hispanic coverage that we can for the athletes that are representing their countries, as well as our own team, Team USA.
Sure. And when it comes to studio programming, I guess discuss why this spot was chosen. Obviously, it speaks for itself, the Arc de Triomphe and the Eiffel Tower, but the logistics that went into this and I guess kind of the planning for what's here, because we're also being at a spot where we're sharing it with NBC News.
So I think, credit, I'm glad you said that. Credit really needs to go to the collaboration between us, NBC Olympics and NBC News. I think we work really well as an organization to identify these locations. So back in 2019, we had support from the NBC Olympics team to help us with the kinds of things we wanted to accomplish then. Then from a design perspective, our sets sort of helped to inspire them a little bit for what they wanted to do here. So we've had this virtuousness around the collaboration between all of the organizations. And so when NBC Olympics came and did their scouting, they found this location, identified as a key location for NBC News, and then by extension for us as well, given the way that we wanted to cover the event, making sure that we were outdoors, exteriors, and making sure that we could showcase the same rooftops that we showcased in 2019. Because in an interesting way, it creates a sort of consistency with what people have seen before, and that proposition was really well received, and we figured, why not? Let's do it again.
Right. And this cannot obviously be done without the expertise on the tech side by Chris Suarez-Myers and everyone in the IBC that's closer to the airport, as well as the team back in Miami. So how are you linking this set with the IBC in Paris, but also the stateside operations?
So the set that we're seeing here today is usually the set that we use to host the main coverage and sort of trafficking to and from the events, right? So Miguel Gurwitz, Jessica Carrillo will be here on a daily basis through the rest of the weekend. They'll transport themselves back to Miami at some point, and then we'll leave the larger operation of the cruise here in Paris. Chris Suarez-Myers, who's our SVP of operations, played a critical role in making sure we had the logistics and the setup that you see here today and for the rest of the tournament as well. He's back at the IBC, and so there we work directly with NBC Logistics and Operations to make sure that Miami's getting all that they need in order to then turn around not only the editorial we send to them, whether it's through live view or through satellite or through uplink, but we also connect all of the feeds, the game feeds and everything back through Stanford and then to Miami to make sure that we have every sport, every discipline covered.
It's a massive effort. You guys are doing everything you can to cover, sports like football and everything that Team USA is doing, but also catering to your Hispanic-speaking audience. So just massive credit to you guys and to your ops team. Thanks for taking the time, as always. Good to see you. Enjoy the rest of your time in Paris.
Anytime, Christian. Thank you very much for the opportunity. It's always a pleasure, really. We take it as a huge responsibility to serve the community, serve our audience. This is just another demonstration of that, and having you here to showcase it is a real honor, and thank you very much for taking the time to spend with us here today.
For more interviews like this one with Eli and our live reports from Paris, please head over to our website at sportsvideo.org.